It is Friday. Welcome to another vlog. And what I really like about these vlogs, we can just try new stuff and see what people like. So as always, we love to hear your feedback and thoughts. So in the comment section, definitely leave those. But today I'm not really gonna be part about things. A lot of you are probably like, yes, he's gone. But this is gonna be more so focused on IT Nate. And if you're not familiar with who IT Nate is, he's the man behind the curtain. He runs the website and all this other stuff. He's behind the camera right now. He edits everything. But it's real estate investing, and more in particular, we're gonna look at an actual deal. And the thing here that I kind of want to keep in mind is that it's one thing to talk about real estate investing in theory, but in all actuality, there's a lot that goes into it. But it is possible. And that's what I want to try to hopefully get across here. But to offer a little background context, I am involved in real estate investing. And back when I had my license, I helped Nate and his wife purchase a house. And through that whole process, we treated it like an investment. Now, it's not like it was an investment property per se, where, hey, we got to be in and out of this thing within 3 weeks or 2 months or three. No, it was, this is not a forever home, but we want to be very wise about it. We want to buy an ugly piece of garbage and then turn it into a diamond in the rough, which I guess I'll offer up a spoiler. They did an awesome job at. But my point here is that realize that from day one, when I helped them as a real estate agent, we were all on the same page, me, Nate, and his wife, Stacy, who, if you watch the vlog, you've met now before. But yeah, let's treat this like an investment property. And we went through certain steps and sequences. We looked at certain numbers, and we put the numbers together to make sure that they were going to be in the best spot possible when it came time to sell. And I will just say that when the numbers have come in, they turned out very, very well. And the great thing though about the strategy and everything that they were putting into place is, even if the market had it picked back up here, like it's really doing across the country, but especially here in West Michigan, even if that hadn't happened, because they stuck to the numbers that they needed to stick to and were focused on the numbers that they needed to be focused on, they would have still been in a very, very tight, or not a tight spot, but a great spot in terms of the numbers and how all the money worked out. And yes, I realize that I am talking a little bit broad, but I have no problem saying it. If you want all the nitty-gritty details and want to know the exact system and process that they followed and that I helped them walk through, as their agent, then yeah, I do offer a real estate course if you're not aware of that. So you can just go to moneywithclay.com. We'll put the link up on the screen. We'll put a link down to that course below. So if you are interested in potentially getting your feet wet in real estate investing, or really just real estate in general, I'm super confident that course can help you out. But I want you to just, see that, because, I'll be the first to admit, a course is just that. It's a course, right? There's a lot of in theory that involves it. But here is taking something in theory, the course, and now showing the actual results of it. And what Nate's gonna do is just kind of give you a little tour of a bunch of before and afters, so you can see exactly what things look like before and what he did to create the after. And like I said, just remember, pictures come and go, but there's a lot that goes into this, and there's a big old process and plan in play that made sure that they were keeping on track and not, just making stuff up. I guess that's really the best way to put it. They were not making stuff up as they went. So yeah, let's, and I'm excited because I don't even know what this is going to look like yet. So I'm actually pretty excited to see how Nate structures all this before and after. And so let's get to the tour.
All right, so we are here in our kitchen. We're gonna look through the pictures before and after. You guys will be able to see them too. We'll give you a kind of idea of what it looked like beforehand, and then what we did to it and why we did what we did, and hopefully the money we kind of made from each project. I guess not really. We're just gonna make it up as we go. This is Stacy, my wife. She was in one other vlog. I'm IT Nate, so let's get started. Stacy has not seen these pictures probably since we took it apart, so hopefully her reaction is pretty good, because some of them are a little rougher than I remember them being. So we're gonna start out with what the outside looked like beforehand. Do you remember this? Mm-hmm. That was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so on the outside, this picture is actually better than it looked like when we bought it. When we bought it, there was huge overgrown shrubs and stuff in the front of it. You couldn't even hardly see the house. So those were all taken out, and we actually put in these newer, much more appropriate shrubs in this picture. But then we also did, we'll go over to the next picture, we also replaced the siding, we re-trimmed out the windows, we put in new windows, we painted the doors. So you can see, looks quite a bit better. Cost outside was actually pretty small, but it was a pretty huge transformation. And then a picture of the backyard too. Really, when we moved in, there was like an old tire in the ground that kids could play in and holes everywhere. So we basically just filled those in, put some new railings on the deck, and that's what we did outside. Pretty low budget outside, but it made a pretty big difference from curb appeal standpoint. So now as we go inside, I told you, this is what the front door looked like from the inside. And then here is the living room. So then here, really the wall on the left-hand side we took down and just opened up the space. And then, like I said, we did new windows, we did all new trim on the inside, and then just painted everything. So if I go to the next picture here, you can see what it looks like now. A little bit of a transformation. Like I said, that wall on the left-hand side's down. We put in can lights, I missed those, and we retrimmed everything out and really just made it look good. Really, once again here, there wasn't a lot of money involved with the living room.
That's
it was mostly just cosmetic and just cleaning stuff up, and then like putting the can lights in to make everything a little more functional. So pretty basic there. So there's another shot back at the main part. So the next part is going to be the kitchen and dining room. This is where we're sitting right now. So you can always already see that's a little different than what's in the picture. So this is looking from the kitchen, basically where the camera is, basically the exact same direction as you're looking right now at us. So this would be the wall that's behind us here. So that's what that looked like. It was so dark and so bad.
So bad. Look at that.
Look at that linoleum. Okay, so I like the border around the top. Mm-hmm. Are these like purple? Yeah. I don't even remember that wainscoting being purple, but okay. So then here is what we're seeing now as we're sitting here. This is what the kitchen looks like. So you can see there's it's pretty bad. The flow is pretty bad. You can't really fit through it.
Very small.
Yeah. So then here's what it looks like now, that same picture. So basically, we took out that whole wall that was right here. That whole wall is gone, so now you can see into the kitchen and living room and everything. We put in this peninsula that we're sitting at right now and then rearranged the whole thing. All new custom cabinets, new flooring, new appliances, new backsplash, new window. I mean, it's all brand new in the kitchen. This is probably where we spent probably the most of our money. It's probably in the kitchen itself, just with the appliances and the different work and stuff. And a lot of the work we did ourselves, like the tile backsplash we did, all the trim work we did. We did a lot of the painting, drywall. We did the flooring ourselves. Yep. So, and the flooring is just a simple laminate click down from Lone Blue Liquidators. It's nothing fancy, but definitely transformed the space.
Difference.
Yeah. So here's just another shot of the kitchen from the other view. You can kind of see the dining room a little bit. Everything, really the white really just lightened everything up a lot. So.
Well, and opening it up.
Yeah, and then totally opening it up so you can see all the way through.
It's still a small kitchen, but it doesn't feel small.
Right, absolutely. All right, so then this is the only bathroom that was in the house when we moved in. Bathroom is still currently here, but now it's our guest bathroom. And you can see it's pretty bad, but really in this bathroom we didn't do a whole lot. So here's the picture of what it is currently. And really, that's the same vanity. We put in a new mirror. We put in a new top on the vanity.
No, we didn't do a new mirror. We
trimmed
the mirror.
Oh, we just trimmed out the mirror. So it's the same mirror.
Yeah.
It's a new top on the vanity, but it's the same sink, right? Or we get a new sink?
No, same sink. Different hardware. I think we did the new faucet right when we moved in.
Yep, we did. And then we put new doors and drawer fronts on the vanity itself to make that look a little cleaner.
And we tiled it.
And then we tiled the floor and then painted it. But other than that, the bathtub and the shower and everything, that's all exactly the same as it was. So.
And the guts of the vanity.
Yeah, so not a whole lot of change there. Then, I don't have any old pictures of what the bedrooms looked like, but they were just boring bedrooms. One of them was like bright green.
Teal.
Yeah, and the other one was crazy blue. So basically what we did is we took the 3 bedrooms that were on this main floor, we took 2 of them and combined them into a master suite, because everybody wants a master suite, right? So here's a picture of what our current bedroom looks like, and that's the finish. That was basically one room there is where our bed is now. And then we added this whole bathroom. So there's a big walk-in shower, and we added that double vanity and everything. So it's all brand new. That was a bedroom before. And then the same thing with this walk-in closet. So those probably weren't, that bathroom was probably up there in the price point as well. But I think for sure added the value that we got back out of it. Yeah. And then the walk-in closet too. I mean, that's not really anything fancy. Those are just plywood painted white. So pretty basic, but works really good for us. So.
Well, what did we use for the rail?
Oh, and we just used like conduit pipe for the clothes hangers.
Which is pretty cheap.
You can't really see it, but it was way cheaper than actually buying clothes hanger pipe. It was just regular old conduit pipe, and we cut it to length, and it worked great. That's what all of our stuff is, even our one in the hallway over here. So.
Yeah. DIY.
All new can lights, as you can see through everything too. And then this is the other bedroom on the main floor. We turned it into our nursery. So really here it was just carpet paint, trim. That's pretty much it.
We had to do a little drywall just from the flow. We ended up moving the doorway because of how we changed the bedrooms.
Right.
But
but pretty basic there. And all new doors up here too. I don't think I mentioned that, but all new doors on the on the rooms and stuff up here. So now going downstairs. This was, or I guess it still is, the laundry room. And on the left-hand side, you can see there, that was actually a jacuzzi tub. And it was super gross. And we sold it on Craigslist for like $150.
Somebody bought that.
Just because you don't want it doesn't mean somebody else doesn't want it. So, and then this room, we basically totally gutted it. We made it a lot smaller because we took that jacuzzi tub out of it. So I'll show you the next picture. So you can see it's a little cleaner looking now. We took the washer and dryer out of the closet. We got rid of that closet. And just put them in there by themselves and put in a utility sink and stuff. So once again, pretty simple. We did our own tile on the floor, own trim and everything.
No jacuzzi.
No jacuzzi tub. We took that out, unfortunately. So, and this is what the basement as a whole looks like. There's basically just a big rec room down there, and there's 2 bedrooms. Or I guess 1 bedroom in my office. But so this is what the main room looked like before we did work, or obviously like right as we were starting to do work, because there's tools in there.
Yeah.
And then this is what it looks like afterwards. So really, once again, paint, trim, carpet.
Yeah, well, the ceilings were very low, so we just left the ceilings how they were, brightened them up, which made it feel a lot bigger.
Yeah, made it feel a lot better, enclosed. And it was a lot cheaper than doing drywall. Yeah. So everybody that's come down is like, oh, this looks really cool with the open ceiling and the painted and everything. So. But
it was very cost effective, and it worked well for us.
Yep. And then, so this is the final bedroom downstairs. What it looked like beforehand.
Yeah.
This is where our oldest son sleeps, and that's what it looks like afterwards. So once again, just some paint and some trim and some carpet, and you're good to go. So really, I think that's all the pictures. Yeah, that's it. So really, the most part of the house, we did a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it really, in the end of it, just came down to paint and trim and carpet were the main things we did. Obviously, the kitchen and the bathrooms need a little more work, but the bedrooms themselves, that's really what we did. So.
Yeah.
And we were within budget, right? When we went into it, we had a budget for the upstairs, a budget for the downstairs, and a budget for the outside.
Yeah.
And we were way under budget on the outside. And then I think maybe we would have been over budget a little bit on the upstairs, or then under budget downstairs. So all in all, I think we were under budget on our whole project, and actually ended up clearing quite a bit more money than we expected we were going to clear. But
well, when we first purchased this house, the market was not as good in our area as it is now.
Right.
So 5 years, fast forward 5 years, the market has improved significantly, and our initial projections were quite low.
Yeah. When we bought the house, what we figured we could sell it for was about half what we ended up selling it for. So the market appreciated that much for us in that amount of time. But even if the market had stayed level, given the budgets and everything we had going into it, we still would have made a profit if we would have sold it at what we projected we would have sold it at when we bought it. If you are interested in what we're doing, we're actually doing another house just like this one. Well, way more work than this one right now. NateandStacy.com. I'll put a link for that down below as well, but you can check that out. That's our current investment projects, more maybe of a long-term house project, but we're working on that one right now as well.
It's a little more than paint, trim, and carpet.
Yeah, a little more than paint, trim, and carpet. Maybe like siding and drywall and electrical and plumbing and, okay. Anyway, so I think this video is long enough. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down below in the comment section and be sure to subscribe. Thanks.